Hello, my name is GregTech and welcome back to my GregBlock series. Today I am just over by my farm, and the reason for that is as I was looking at my motors that I need to craft a bunch of, I noticed it's taking 170 black wool, so I had to connect my oh my goodness, what's it called? This thing, the rancher, to my ME system. Now I have it importing the wool, and I'm not entirely sure how all my sheep died, so I'm just kind of spawning up some more. That's too soon. Alright, but what else does this need a lot of? So a lot of black wool, let's see, a lot of iron, gallium, magnesium. Yeah, 127 tungsten. Neutronium's not an issue. Rubber bar. Now that is an issue, because I don't make those. Only 2 titanium. So really, yeah, it needs a lot of tin though too, is the other thing. 562 tin each. So I'm gonna have to get a bunch of tin, I think. Alright, but everything else, a lot of vanadium gallium too. Yep, a lot of vanadium. Alright, anyway. Still no? Alright, I'll come back to that. And let's sugar. Yeah, plenty of sugar. This is working pretty well. I added some wheat to get some wheat, but the plant gatherer just, like, it doesn't right click it, it just pulls it out of the ground. So that doesn't really work, unfortunately. Alright, so rubber bars. Gotta get to the terminal. I can make, with the usual, like, slime in a bucket, or milk in a bucket, or a barrel, add a mushroom, you get the slime. And why is my ME system off? What's going on? Is it just kind of... Oh, sometimes it, like, I don't know, resets. Alright, so I can do the milk in a barrel to get the sticky resin. Yeah, sticky resin, and you extract it, yada yada yada, you get the raw robo pulp. So that is fine, but the other way to do this, and I haven't actually ever done this yet, is to chemical react it with isoprene. And the reason I didn't do it with isoprene, because isoprene was annoying. I had to get from propene and blah blah blah. It was a pain to get. But now that I have unlimited supplies of like ethylene and propene and stuff, this is actually quite easy. So I'm going to need one chemical reactor for that, and another chemical reactor for this. It does use quite a lot of oxygen. I don't know if it's worth. I do have 19 buckets worth. Yeah, I probably will do it that actually way. I like doing the most effective way. So 2 chemical reactors, pretty simple enough. Make sure I get the right kind. Now, one other issue. We go over here in this room. After setting up the last for tungsten, so I'm just putting all my tungstate dust in here, and then turning it into tungsten dust with the hydrogen and that. Oh, look at that. I realized I have no channels, so I think every single one of these, that one has 1 channel's worth. Yep, these are all full, it looks like. So I'm going to have to... that has 1. That has 1. So there's a couple channels left, but... yeah. What I'm thinking is I'm going to add more here in the middle. There should be... yeah, that's right there, so... kind of go along here, I guess. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like do another row down here, and I guess that's where the P2P tunnel would have to come up. Which there is one right here. Unfortunately, this is at 8. Although we could just connect this. Okay, where did I... right here. So why don't we... instead of going that way... I'll do that, and then I'll come across here, I think. And there's only a couple of channels over here, so that should be fine, although that just did 8. But that is actually easier to connect. So I could just replace these with dense cable, and I'll just do that right now, I think. Yeah. So that's easier to replace. Because this, I can't replace that with the dense cable. That was kind of the issue. All right. So that's all set. Now we can... I keep getting lost. Get another one over this way. Do I have any more cable? Go through so much of this stuff. Alright, I'm short one. But we'll craft enough. So I also need the P2P. I probably just need the 1 because I already have extra at the other side. Cable. Oh, I have a bunch of dense cables, so that's always helpful. Alright, so that is there. I'm also thinking about running just a power line or a power cable. Like at the end of this, put another quartz and just running it all the way down there. Because these things, I don't know. They keep going out of power, and I don't know why. Alright, so put that there. Alright, so the chemical reactors, let's get these set up really. This shouldn't take too long. Just EV power. I do need to just push this up. I only need 2 of those. Yeah, that'll work for now. And then I can just expand as needed. Right, alright. So we need an export. What do I need? 2 exports and something. Actually, I need a... Do I need another? No, I don't think I'm making... You know what? I'm gonna... Since I'm starting a whole nother thing, I'm going to do another chemical reactor and another fluid solidifier. I think I have some neutronium plates actually. Why don't we? Just make another wrench out of neutronium. Oh, and that is done. I still haven't sorted that out. I could do a fluid canner and put the stuff in it and then extract it once it's in the thing, but oh well, I'm not going to worry about that. So cable. So isoprene. It's going to have to go like that. I guess we'll just do along here. Fluid export. How about we just do 10? Fluid storage. I use a lot of these. So we'll do 10 of those. Storage bus. Alright, so I don't have isoprene, right? That is not a thing that I have in my ME system. No. I do have the propene. Lots and lots. There's propane and propene. This recipe uses propane, I believe. Alright, then I need some capacity cards as well. Just do like 4 of those. So that's the propene to isoprene. That's the isoprene. Then, oh my goodness, I'm forgetting. Isoprene. So propene, program circuits. I need one of those. I think it said 2. Yeah. So we'll just do that on there. Then I need the fluid storage on the back of this. Well, that can cancel. What are we waiting on? Certus crystals. Those take so long because that recipe doesn't. The Certus coarse dust does not. It's not ore dictionaried with this dust, so this dust doesn't work, unfortunately. All right, let's do. I don't know how many I'm going to have, but I think I have 2 more. Let's just do that. That'll be enough. Ooh, I gotta link those. Which, thankfully, I already have some set up over here. Did I use this one? Yeah, there's 8 channels. I don't remember what is using it, but it is being used. All right. That should link up. That should put there. There it goes. It should be okay. Then this has. Okay, how do I want to do this? Now that I'm thinking, this has methane, which I don't need to go to the right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to auto put this to the left, I think. The only problem is if this runs out of Isoprene. No, I think we should be good. Although, actually, no, I think this will actually work. Let's do this. Oops. If I put a fluid storage on the back of this and extract only, if you don't do the extract only, they have a tendency to put random fluids in here. Is it going to pull a methane out if I do that? No, it is not, unfortunately. All right, so I'm going to have to do a fluid import. I was hoping it would pull that out and put it in the storage things that I have underneath. So we can do that. Let's take a bucket of this and do that. All right, so that's pulling out the methane, and it should be putting it in the storage thing. All right, so I can do this. I'm going to take a bucket of this, put it in there, and if I auto do that, yeah, it shouldn't send the methane into this one because that's not a valid recipe. All right, so that's that. So there's the Isoprene. Then I need to pump in. I guess we'll just do oxygen. If I find I'm using too much of it or something, we will change. All right. My second chemical reactor and fluid solidifier. Fortunately, ended up needing one more of those. All right, and then the fluid solidifier goes there, and I do need the bar mold. Yeah, those are all being used. I don't think you can, like old molds, I don't know if you can like break them down. Hammer. Which one's the ingot? That's sheet. There we go, ingots. So we'll do that. Now this chemical reactor, I guess it can just automatically output to that. And then the sulfur, I'm assuming, yeah, sulfur will do. Do the export bus on the sulfur. And this will only do 9 at a time, so it'll never empty out. Because you'll never get like an even amount. Because you use 9 at a time. Wait, no. Just kidding. It needs to be full. I need to have a full stack in there, and then it will never. I don't have a full stack yet. So let's just stop that. Pull that out really quick. That can auto. Do to there. Alright, so we'll put the storage bus on this. Oh, I already have storage bus there. Extract only, not that you can put anything in there, but that should see the rubber bars. Alright, perfect. I had about 30 something in the system before. Alright, and then once... Alright, so this only does 3 at a time. And once I get this up to 64, since that's not a multiple of 9, it should never empty out, even though I have sulfur in it. But I need to get it all the way up to 64 before that will work. Alright, so there we go. Although... Is it 9? Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it's doing 9. Alright, I'll... Let me pull 1 out. There, I'll do that, I think. So I just need to have it like an off amount, so it never empties out fully. Anyway, I'm going to not worry about that too much. So that is my rubber. So I should be able to do another motor. All right, so we are crafting this up, and I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to make this better. Cooking up all the tungsten is definitely a problem. Other than switching it to like this. I don't know. So I'm going to cut and then we'll come back when I get a little bit farther. Alright, as we can see, 3 of them aren't being used and this is stacked up with a ton of tungsten. So I'm kind of just manually splitting it up, but I don't know. Other than... I was thinking maybe if I pipe... Maybe... see, I don't know. Let me jump up top really quick and see. I don't remember. Alright, so I do have... Obviously, I can't change these. So I do have 1 extra. These have... Yeah, those have fluids in them, so I can't touch those. So I was thinking... maybe piping into a chest and then having a servo round robin them into... separate them up? I really just don't. I don't know if that would even work, to be honest. But other than just kind of replacing these with the UV, just speeding it up. Because I mean, if we look at this is tungsten. So this is actually going pretty quick. So I think just replacing these would be okay. But before I worry about that, I have actually realized I'm going through methane like super quick. I have this running and it's producing methane. Oh, did this actually turn off? Something I feel like is not being pumped in. Silicon. Alright, because I'm using that. But anyway, since I need so much of the silicon plates, I'm burning through this methanol or methane, and I'm producing it. But this is going non-stop, and it only produces steam crack light. It only does, so it has to do 4,000 light fuel to get 1 bucket of methane. So that's not very good. And then I remembered, if I centrifuge refinery gas, I get 4,000. And I have a lot of refinery gas just from cracking, or I don't know if that's called, no, this isn't cracking. Whatever this is, desulfurizing it, I don't know. I get a bunch of refinery gas. So I need to set up a centrifuge. Ooh, what am I missing? Oh, probably. Dang wrenches. Let's just make a couple. All right. All right, so this is gonna try to go in this one. So yeah, just kind of manually doing this for now, which is such a pain. All right. So where am I gonna put this? Do I have enough? I can actually put it over here. So that's what I will do. Oh well, I put the spray can away. No worries. How is this doing? Yeah, it's doing alright. It drains so much when I run those assembly lines. Oh, I have set. Oh, right, because I was making deuterium, and that is another thing I need to set up. So how do I want to do this? I guess import. We'll just do a fluid interface would be. Yeah, I can do that. So we'll do an fluid interface on the back of this and refiner gas into it. And I'm going to need some acceleration cards on this. Alright, so we'll auto output that, and into this we will do refiner gas. It's in there, yep. I'll speed that up. All right, and that will speed up. These like need to, I don't know, charge up or whatever. It'll speed up a bit. I think it should be okay with only one, but yeah, we'll put 2 on there just in case. All right. So there we go. Now we're producing tons and tons of methane. Now the LPG that is also being produced, what can I do with this? Nothing. All I can do is burn this in a turbine. And I'm not going to worry about that. All right. So that'll do that a bit. Perfect. And all right, so this is this is all back to running again. All right. So that is thing, and here we go. I'm basically just back to waiting for this tungsten. I think other than producing, adding a bunch more, maybe we'll try that. So there's 1, 2, I can fit 3 more here. So maybe I'll add 3 more. I'm gonna have to do a lot of more superconducting coils, unfortunately. It's 10 each, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Yeah. So 10 more. I need 30 more superconducting coils, which is a lot more tungsten as well. And then maybe have 4. Dedicated? I don't know. I gotta figure this out though. Yep, still a lot of tungsten steel to go. All right, we got the second motor. So this should be all the parts to the conveyor belt. Yep, there they go. I always feel good when I actually get this. I don't know why. I mean, I just get the stuff that it needs. All right, so the next one is the piston, which is pretty much the same. I got to make one for neutronium gear and the small neutronium gear. Everything else I have, though. And let's just set that. To that. And we also updated that. I haven't looked at the guidebook in a long time, to be honest, because I pretty much finished it. It's somewhere. Oh, right there. I wonder how they'll react. So, for some reason, it is locked behind the chemical reactor. Yeah, it shouldn't be locked behind it, so that is a mistake. Yeah, that shouldn't be locked behind that. All right, but anyway, let me get the piston going. All right, I got all the materials for this. It actually wasn't that bad, actually. It probably would be a little different if it was crafting everything at the exact same time, but since I kind of did everything separately, it wasn't too bad. All right, and there it goes. Just see how fast this thing is going. That is not bad at all. Just need to put the recipe in. All right, almost there. And there we go. So I have, excuse me, I have the recipes for almost every component except for the pump and the 3 emitters. I think is the, not the emitters. Sensor? Yeah, the sensors. Those are the only 3 I have. So I have 4 left if I need to make them, but I am not. I'm not really planning on making a sensor yet, but I don't know, we'll see. All right, there we go. Except for that, which is kind of annoying because it's locked behind that. Maybe it'll open up sometime. All right, so we got our robot arm, which is definitely the most complicated of the it's the most complicated of the components to craft. So I figured, why not just make a recipe for this? Most difficult single block machine in the game to make. I have a lot of the components though, so we'll see what this actually requires. Now I don't really need to do this as a recipe, but why not, right? So let's see what we got. So 49,000 bytes is not anything to laugh at. So black wool, it looks like we need to craft a couple motors. Yeah, we need to craft 1 motor. But other than that, we have everything, so. Is it 2 motors? Ah, 2 motors, that's why. I was like, that seems like a lot for 1 motor, but alright, so there we go. This is, we'll get that going. And yeah, I noticed it's actually not as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. The one problem is the tungsten steel and the tungsten. But if I spread it out a bit, it's actually not that bad. Alright, but anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Next episode, we'll come back when this machine is crafted up. I'll probably place it over here. Although I do kind of want it to get actual UV power. So, I don't know. I will figure that out next episode. And we will finally get these crystal processors, the most difficult. Well, not most difficult, but like requires the most power. So we'll get that going. And I also need to upgrade. I want to upgrade my. I need another reactor because I'm starting to run low on reactor fuel here. So I think it's time to rebuild another reactor that is just solely dedicated to making fuel for my turbines. And then, yeah, I may also upgrade my blast furnaces, like 1 by 1. Or maybe add some extra. I haven't decided yet, but that'll be for next episode. So anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good one.